Hey everybody, it's InnoVision, and today we're going to go back in time with some of our favorite characters from TMNT Turtles in Time. The arcade game was originally developed and published by Konami in 1991 at the peak of Turtle Mania. In 2021, NECA commemorated and celebrated some of our favorite characters and moments from Turtles in Time by releasing several action figures and loot crates. And what we have right here is NECA TMNT Arcade Loot Crate number 2, and it features some truly unique Turtle swag. Today we'll be unboxing this timeless loot crate along with several of these Turtles in Time action figures, some of which even have their own little story to go with them. And I'm going to show you Turtles in Time running on our arcade cabinet. And I can't wait to show you. Before we get started, just a couple of public service announcements. I would like to thank everyone who showed up in the community to participate in the latest community survey on your favorite TMNT villain. The results are definitely not what I was expecting. My dude Rocksteady is dead steady in last place, and Krang is doing far better than I could ever imagine. There are so many great characters in the TMNT Toon line, we can't possibly fit them all in one survey. You won't be disappointed with all the character surveys we've got coming down the pipeline. On St. Patrick's Day, Monday of this week, NECA announced that they're going to be carrying the glow-in-the-dark Fugitoid from the Eastman and Laird line of figures on the NECA online store. He's available for pre-order right now, and we'll have a link in the description. Now, this is one of those figures I'm definitely getting. What about all of you out there? Is the glow-in-the-dark Fugitoid a cop or a pass? Let me know. And you know I couldn't be making this post if I wasn't planning on mentioning the Super Shredder from Mondo Toys. This figure is gnarly. Look at him. He looks like a total boss. And you have to admit, this is the Super Shredder we all wanted to have when we were kids. The sculpt of this toy is also designed by the ever so talented James Groman. And so far, I've been resisting the Mondo TMNT line. They're quite pricey per figure, and that's not easy on a collector's budget. Dude, this Super Shredder might be my gateway figure into the Mondo line of TMNT toys. Whether I get the Mondo Super Shredder, only time will tell. But my wife saw the cost of these figures, and she immediately was like, you're limited to one of these per year. But hey, she's a fan of the Stan Sakai Turtles, so you have to count your blessings wherever they might be. As much as I love seeing these beautiful figures all across the table, I'm going to have to clear everything up so we have some space so we can unbox this arcade loot crate. As we travel back in time, we start by unboxing our NECA TMNT Arcade Loot Crate number 2. Now this thing's got some heft to it. This is back when they could make decent loot crates. For those of you who are just joining us now, we actually unboxed a Harry Potter loot crate. It was awesome, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. Now, I picked up a couple loot crates last year. They were quite disappointing. They were more like loot bags. They were about almost like 40 bucks. It was just like one of these envelopes you get in the mail. From my perspective, it's all junk. None of it is useful. I picked up the pop culture loot crate. The Harry Potter loot crate, however, comes in a box that's very similar to this TMNT one. I missed out when these loot crates were originally being shipped, so I picked this one up secondhand because there are many beautiful pieces in here that I wanted in my collection. And of course, you know, I shopped around. Let's open it. So the first thing you'll notice it comes with is a Krang stress ball. I can't find my body. Anyways, my kids love this one. It comes with some dashing Turtles in Time socks. I love these socks. I have to open them and wear them one day. But I haven't played golf in a long time or ever. Comes with a sick Turtles in Time t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. I actually have my other one that I keep this one in the box. I bought a t-shirt separately that I can wear when we go to conventions, things of that nature. It comes with these beautiful Toka and Razor from Turtles in Time drinking glasses. And they're imagined in the pixel art style from the Turtles in Time video game. These are just incredible. And last but not least, this Armagon action figure. This guy is huge. He's hefty, and he comes from the TMNT fighting game. that came out around the same time. So this one's still sealed in its original packaging. I think I picked up this loot crate for probably about 60 bucks. Then it comes with a... Oh, there's one more thing in here. Almost completely missed it. A Leatherhead pin. And it comes with a neat little checklist so you can see all the items that came in it. We're going to get cleaned up here, and we're going to start unboxing some awesome TMNT Turtles in Time action figures. That arcade loot crate number 2 is so nice. I'm glad we had a chance to go through it. For the rest of the episode, we're going to focus on these 4 characters we have here on the tables. In our previous videos, we unboxed the Raphael from the Pizza Club line, as well as Donatello. And we haven't gotten to Bebop and Rocksteady yet, so we're going to take a look at our Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Bebop and Rocksteady from Turtles in Time. So we're going to start off with Mikey. Mikey's in his house. Alright, so one thing you'll notice immediately about the Turtles, and actually all the characters in this line, they all have that pixelated pixel art look. And that's by design. And so Michelangelo comes with a spinning nunchuck accessory, which is very cool. 2 replaceable hands that are doing the thumbs up notion. And he's got 2 nunchucks. And all the Turtles come with their hoverboard. And this is a nod to the hoverboard levels from Turtles in Time. And these boxes are chock full of artwork from the video game. We've even got little cutscenes and snippets. And they even have the Turtles drawn in the same style that they look like on the arcade cabinet, if you've actually seen the arcade cabinet in real life. So this is back when you actually used to have to leave your house to play video games. Wow. So this has been in this package for such a long time. It's been an ordeal to get him out. Even though all the clear plastic straps have been removed, he was kind of stuck in there. He's been in there for a while. I'm probably going to have to make a pit stop at some point to use a hairdryer. Another thing I would like to call out, it looks like he's got a bald spot on top of his head. He ain't no Friar Tuck. This is just how it looks. It's part of that pixelated pixel art style of these action figures. You can really see that pixel art come through in the back of his shell. It's almost got like a mosaic pattern. And you can see it in the front of the shell as well. It's kind of zigzagged. But I'm definitely going to have to try to get the joints to move. The knee joints are fine, but the arm joints are just, they're locked in. Also, too, you'll notice like it's almost like he's wearing socks, the colors of his feet. Because like the side of his calves are dark from the back. And the front are light green. And then same thing, it looks like he's wearing like he's got a sleeve tattoo or something like that. Another really cool thing about these, it comes with a clear stand. This is for the hoverboard to go on. So this Michelangelo is totally rad. He comes with this spinning nunchuck, and it can even be tilted at an angle, but it's been in a box so long it's not moving. So several of these points of articulation, I'm going to have to go adjust them so they can move again. But it's time to take a look at Leonardo. So Leonardo, very much like Michelangelo, comes with a similar art style. He's got that pixelated, jagged edge, kind of mosaic pattern look on his shell. He comes with his 2 swords, a hoverboard, and his replaceable hands are him pointing. Another really cool thing about this Turtles in Time Leonardo, earlier this year for my anniversary, my wife got me an autographed and head sketched version of the Leonardo from Turtles in Time by Ben Bishop. She ordered it from his comic studio in an auction. And so, yeah, it's got his autograph and a sketch of Leonardo in the likeness of the Last Ronin Leonardo. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I love that these figures come with the hoverboard. That is just so cool. So they got Leo's hoverboard. He's got blue on his. Oh, yeah, he was a lot easier to take out of his package. Whoa, he's got a greasy dome. How does his dome stay greasy after all these years, since 2021? All right, he's not moving at all either. His joints are even more jacked up than Mikey's. He ain't kicking nobody like this. This thing ain't even rotating. I'd be gritting my teeth like this too if my joints didn't move correctly. Now, since Bebop and Rocksteady are dead last in our latest community survey on our favorite villain, I find it only fitting that we're going to unbox them here today. Except, this is their Turtles in Time incarnation. One of the things I love about this set, it's got them in their pirate attire. And the battle that you fight against them in the game, these 2 are dressed up like pirates, and they're in a pirate time era, and they're on a pirate ship. I was able to pick this up from Big Bad Toy Store for around 24 bucks, which is an outstanding deal because the 2 packs are usually like 60 bucks. Now, who's ready to check out these 2 swashbucklers? I know I am. All right. These guys are noticeably larger than the Turtles, but that's true of all of NECA's Bebop and Rocksteady's. Well, that was pretty easy. So you'll notice that Bebop's wearing his chains still. He's got the pixelated look. His colors are a little bit more pale versus the more pink color palette. Oh, cool. His glasses flip up. I've never seen Bebop without his glasses. I'm sure some random episode somewhere he's without his glasses. So these guys are bending a lot easier than the Turtles are. He's just going to lay down right here. And we've got Rocksteady. He's looking more like Captain-like. He's got his hat on, looks like Captain Hook, and it's got a little foot for the Foot Clan on there. Another thing you'll notice about Rocksteady, he's got more of a purple color palette, and that's because in the video game, he's got more of a purple hue, versus like in the cartoon, it's got more of a gray look. And then of course, both Bebop and Rocksteady have the kind of pixelated, jagged edge look, and it looks like Rocksteady's mouth is articulated, much like several of NECA's other Rocksteady action figures. And of course, they come with replaceable hands, and then they come with their accessories. If I recall correctly, Bebop's got a whip in the game, or like a rope. Rocksteady's got one of the Three Musketeer looking style swords. Yeah, that's very cool. That's quite pointed. It's kind of dangerous. One of the things I love about the Legends Ultimate Arcade Cabinet is that you can actually customize it. It allows you to download apps from an app store, and it even lets you sideload your own legally obtained ROMs. And so this is wonderful. So I actually have Turtles in Time. I bought it several different times. Same with the original arcade game. So once you sideload your games on here, you can pick them, and it gives you the same kind of a similar user interface experience that comes built in with the arcade cabinet. So while the game's loading, one of the cool things about the software here, so I'm using this like CoinOps X. So just like every arcade game, it'll go through a boot up sequence to make sure that it can run the ROM. It actually verifies all the memory banks that are on the motherboard. And so here we are. We're in Turtles in Time. And so we have to insert a coin because it's an arcade game. I'm going to insert a few coins because I'm a little rusty. I haven't played this one in a while. I've been playing Shredder's Revenge. So in arcade games, if you just stand there for a while, the game will start to hurt you. Because they can't be making money if somebody's just sitting there not moving. Hurry, into the wrecking ball. Yeah, so one of the things I really like about this cabinet, it comes with two sets of controls. You know, there's some arcade cabinets out there that just have the one set of controls. We've got a roller ball here, and we've got buttons on the side if you want to play pinball-like games. Another thing that's interesting about this cabinet, it comes as a kit. Kind of like, you know, those desks or small pieces of furniture that you can assemble that come in a box. It comes in a kit, and you just kind of snap all the parts in. I got this one for $100 off because it was damaged. So it's got on the bottom here, it's got a sticker. You can't see it right now, but it's got a sticker that has all the kind of like logos of the different games that it comes with automatically. That sticker was damaged, and there was a board that was broken, and I replaced it with my own board, and I got this for like less than 400 bucks. There we go again. It's that value collecting stuff coming out. One of these days we're gonna have game sessions set up where we'll go live and play games with everybody. This would definitely be on the list of games that we're gonna have to play. Let us know in the comments if there's any other games you'd like to see us try to play on here. Also, it's kind of involved setting up the side loading of the games on here. So if there's folks out there that want to see how to do that, I'm happy to put a video together to teach people how that works. I can provide links in the description where you can find this arcade cabinet. There's even several revisions of it. One that you can just hook up to a TV, so you don't need this whole big cabinet taking up a lot of space if you're space constrained, and significantly less expensive if it doesn't come with the screen and you're going to use your own TV screen and things like that. They also make a smaller version of it. I think they might be making a 1/4 tabletop sized one as well. And there's a pinball machine that Legends Ultimate makes. The pinball machine runs the exact same software here, so you could actually apply the same techniques that we did here to get the games running. So not only are Bebop and Rocksteady significantly larger than the Turtles, they're also quite top heavy. And given the age of these figures and the fact that the joints haven't moved around in a while, it's hard to articulate them, which makes it even more difficult for me to pose them right now. I'm going to have to take some time to try to lubricate the joints and try to loosen them up. We've got Michelangelo set up with his whirling nunchuck. And so one thing that's worth noting is that on one of the nunchucks, one of the ends comes off, so you can replace the end with the whirling piece. So the whole chain fitment comes off. Leonardo's got his two swords and his greasy dome. Rocksteady's got his Napoleon / Three Musketeers style sword. His mouth opens and closes. Bebop's got his whip. One thing I want to also call out, the two villains here, they come with several more hands than the two turtles come with, but I'd much rather forego the extra hands to have the hoverboard accessory. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about these turtles, and that's actually why I collected this line, because I'm a huge fan of the game. I played it growing up. I played both the TMNT 1 arcade game and Turtles in Time, both in arcade. Pretty much every arcade had the Turtles games at the time. The first Turtle game was more so in arcades. I didn't see Turtles in Time in too many arcades. When I started working on this video, Mondo Toys just announced that Super Shredder, which is totally sick. I love that figure. But a day or two later, the price came out and it's 150 bucks. Unfortunately, that's one I'm going to have to pass on. Originally, when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was going to be in the price range of around 90 bucks, like the Turtles, and I think Baxter's like 110 or 115. That's kind of like my upper bound, but 150 bucks on one action figure, I can't do it. As you all know, I'm a value collector. You know, I picked up this Bebop and Rocksteady for 25 bucks. There's different reasons why people collect. You know, some people are looking for completion. Some people are looking for the thrill of the chase. Some people collect everything that they like in a single line. I'm a value collector. I like to get everything at MSRP or less, and the cost of that Super Shredder is so expensive. As you all know, I picked up blind boxes for 130 bucks with 14 figures in there. And to me, that's a great value, and that's why I pursued that. And so think about how many action figures I could pick up for the price of that one Super Shredder. I'm just going to admire everyone else's when they post it. I love that everyone has the different things that they collect, and maybe one day if the price comes down, if there's still any available, I'll pick it up, but I can't spend 150 bucks on one action figure. I would like to thank everyone who decided to travel back in time with us here today. I think of Shredder's Revenge as kind of the spiritual successor of the Turtles in Time arcade game. I mean, obviously it borrows from all the Turtles video games. You can see a lot of similarities in the art style, the colors, the level design with both of the Turtle arcade games, but there's a nod to Armageddon, I think, in one of the levels. It's the level where you're in one of the jungles. There's a character in the background in the trees, and you can see his eyes looking at you, and I feel like it's a nod to Armageddon. I'd like to thank everyone who joined us here today, who decided to go back in time with Turtles in Time, one of the coolest arcade games ever made. Don't forget to hit the like button on the video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the cool toys, gaming tips, and mods we've got coming down the pipeline.